Southwest Florida, you are looking live at an event of huge proportion that benefits our community and certainly the children during the holiday season. It takes place right here at the Holiday Inn, Airport Holiday Inn at Town Center, and it's an annual event where people come out, volunteer, they build bears, teddy bears for the children, and all the teddy bears go to Galisano's Hospital, the Children's Hospital. So we have representatives here. We have Brian here from the Holiday Inn, and we have Patti here from Lee Health. What a great partnership. Both of you, welcome to Lee Pitts Live here in the holiday season.
Thanks, Lee. Glad to be here.
Yes, thank you very much.
It's good to get both of you here. Let's start off with you, Patti. First of all, talk about the partnership that you have here with the Holiday Inn at Airport in putting this program on and how that benefits everybody to have a central location to come here and see this great program.
It benefits several people in the community. They're very rewarded when they donate the bears. And when the children receive the bears, there's nothing like it. They are so sick in the hospital, and it just brightens their day.
It's so great, Brian, like Patti has said, to have people in the community like yourself, like the hospital, like your organization, to think about other people during this holiday season.
Thanks, Lee. It's actually our longest running promotion. We started this right after we opened. This will be our 9th year. Tonight will be our 9th year celebrating our teddy bear hug. And if you figure on an average every year, we've been able to get probably 100 bears donated. So we may break 1,000 this year.
Is this something that happens like as it starts getting close to Christmas time, people start calling in, and how does the word get out? How do people start to make these bears?
Well, it really starts with social media now. Okay, about a month, early November, we get the word out that, yes, here's the date for this year's annual bear hug. We get people that start to call us, too, and say, when's the bear hug this year? And we have some people that have come every year. Some folks have built a bear since they were little kids, and now they're 9 years older. So it's really gets out there through social media. Our sales team contacts all their clients, so we'll have some corporate representation here tonight as well as families.
That's excellent. Patti, the whole atmosphere right here seems like the perfect atmosphere for children, for adults to come out in the holiday season. We'll see we have some hors d'oeuvres and some desserts and things that are going to be served. But just the whole setup here at the Holiday Inn, how does that make you feel to see how it's so well laid out?
It makes you feel so great. And if you've ever been diagnosed with a disease or you've ever been sick, it just makes you smile and get through your treatment faster.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've actually seen the bears being given to the children.
I have.
Tell us about that experience.
It's very heartwarming to have the community come together, to have them bring them here to the Holiday Inn, and to have the partnership for 9 years. It's just wonderful.
Now, my understanding is that these bears are handmade.
Yes, they're handmade, most of them at Build-A-Bear, and they're handmade by the staff here, the housekeepers. Everybody just jumps in, and it's a team project.
Okay, let me get a little more details on that. Now, she mentioned the staff here, but can people outside of this environment make bears and donate them as well?
Oh, absolutely, and that's primarily where we get most of the bears from, local families, and as I mentioned earlier, local corporations. And when they bring a bear in, they get a little card, a little invitation to the bear hug reception tonight. So hopefully we'll get a big turnout, mom, dad, and the kids, and they come in, and we have a fun judging, as you well know, and you'll be judges tonight. And the judges are judging the bears based on most huggable, best inspirational story, what made you create that certain bear, and most original. And we have nice prizes. We have escape weekends for the winners, and the grand prize wins 4 tickets, box seats to the Boston Red Sox game.
I'm certainly looking forward to getting the winners here for an interview as well. I want to go back for a minute, Brian. The concept of this, like it started, somebody was sitting around one day thinking, is this something replicated somewhere else? How did this concept first start? Because when you first told me about it, I'm like, that's an amazing thing.
You got me. As I've said before, I didn't come up with this idea, but I saw it. I was visiting a friend of mine in California who operated a Fairmont hotel there, and they had done it every year. I walked into the lobby at Christmas time, and I saw these bears, and he explained it to me, and I said, if you can do it on the West Coast, we can do it on the East Coast.
You see, everything has an origin, people. when you have children in the hospital, and many times we take for granted that they have things that they need, but a simple gift during the holiday season like a bear can really change their lives and their self-esteem and the way they feel, make them really happy, right?
Yeah, and most of these children are so sick, their families, have lots of needs during the holidays, and they can't buy presents for the children. And it just makes them so grateful that somebody cares.
Okay. Now the contest. Okay, we're at the reception period right now, and you actually brought I think it's a volunteer that came with you.
We did.
What is her name?
Her name is Tommy Schott, and she has been with the system for about 20 years. President of our auxiliary. She volunteers at all the events. She gives back to the community. She also supports all our projects, both the Golisano Children's Hospital and many other projects, and she's just wonderful.
So essentially, in this and in other areas, there's always a need for volunteers.
Always a need for volunteers. We have committees, we have volunteers, we have designer purse bingos, golf tournaments with the Red Sox, with the Twins, galas, tennis tournaments. You can have almost anything you want. You can volunteer that day. You can get auction items. You can help us out. And it helps the kids because we buy equipment with the money.
Excellent. And this happens every year. The bear, it's called Build a Bear?
Teddy bear hug. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I notice here at the Holiday Inn that your staff is just as enthusiastic about this as you are as a manager and an owner. How did that enthusiasm filter all the way down? Everybody's excited.
Well, they saw the first year, and what really impacts them is every year we load the bears into the van, the Holiday Inn van, and we take them down to the hospital. And we typically are allowed to have about 4 people to go in and see the kids, because it's obviously a very serious area. So we have 4 people, and every year we change those 4 people out. Because once you see that experience and feel that, walking in with a couple bears to each kid, little kid, and having them pick one, and walking by later on and looking in the window and seeing them play with that bear, that's the whole magic.
Okay, people are looking at us at home right now, Brian. I want you to describe what's happened. We're at the reception period now, what's going to happen next, and how the whole night is going to unfold.
Okay, so we're at the beginning of the reception, and people will start to come in very, very shortly. And Chef Murray has prepared some wonderful hors d'oeuvres. Those are all complimentary. They're part of our teddy bear hug reception. As you see, all around the lobby of the hotel, all the bears that we collected are being displayed. And then in a little while, the 3 judges will walk around and make their selections. Most original bear, as I mentioned, most huggable bear, and the best bear in house, and most inspirational story. So those folks that built those bears will be here. They've been invited to this reception, and they'll come up and receive their awards from the judges.
Outstanding. Now, I know I'll get a chance to be a judge tonight, so I'm excited about it for my first time as a judge, and I'm sure I'll be coming back in the future. Before we get back to Patti, let's talk about the future. In 2018, people who are seeing this now, they can participate in 2018. Tell them how they can participate, and I think it's always in December?
It's always December, and it's always fairly close to Christmas. I mean, we're really close this year. It'll probably be 3rd week of December next year, and we'll get the word out beginning in November. We start to push the word out, start getting your bears ready, and they can bring them into the hotel. We start putting them up on the ledges and displaying them as soon as they bring them in. Just
to be on the safe side, describe to people exactly where this hotel is located.
Okay, we are across from Gulf Coast Town Center on Alico Road, right next to City and Ashley Furniture.
Okay. Patti, what would you like to say to the Holiday Inn for being such a great corporate citizen in our community to put on an event like this?
It's just wonderful having the Holiday Inn, the impact it has on the hospital, and even the staff, the nurses, the children, that people care so much is just wonderful.
Okay. Well, it's been great having you both here. We'll be promoting it again next year as well. We look forward to it. We're going to talk to another guest in a minute. We'll be right back.